Welcome to the Foul Mouth News, where the filters are off and the language is colorful. If you are offended by profanity or vulgarity in general, not to mention political incorrectness, this video is not for you. You have been forewarned. So if you have virgin ears, be prepared because they are about to be violated.
Hello, everyone. Now, this right here, watching the media fucking outrage, all right? I had to cover this because these fucking assholes have chosen probably one of the stupidest hills to die on. All right, we have an article here from Fast Company, written by Henry Chendonet, okay, published on the 14th of March. And, yeah, the title here, the FDA is cracking down on poppers producers. You mean the fucking, like, drug, all right, that's like illegal, but they call it different things like back in the day. And one of the reasons why I know this is because I went to high school with a kid whose family owns fucking porn shops, or a guy, I should say, at this point. Well, yeah, because he's a couple years older than me, but whose family owns fucking porn shops in the area, all right? And back then, because people still had VCRs, they called it VCR, video head cleaner. Now they call it room odorizers, different shit like that. They're marketing it under false pretenses in order to get around the fact that what they've got is fucking, what they're selling is, a regulated substance. So, and it's predominantly used by gay people, which the only, again, I know what I know because of that kid and the fact that, that guy, the fact that when his family was having trouble at one of their stores and they needed someone legit to deal with all the shady shit that had happened and straighten things out, I was asked to do that, and I got to know a few of the employees, and they explained some shit to me. The reason why, and they try to make this sound like this is an LGBTQAEIOU thing, but no, this is like a gay male thing, all right? And I knew it was a gay male thing, but I never knew why. And the reason why they like these poppers is because it loosens up their muscles so that they can fucking sit there and take the biggest fucking cocks up their ass. I kid you not on that. When I was told that, I went, seriously? And ended up licking. And yeah, this shit is like relaxes their, your muscles and shit. So yeah. And basically they use it. It fucks with their inhibitions. It gets them high and it loosens their ass up so that they can take big fucking cocks. And you're like, oh my God, how dare they take this fucking recreational sex drug away from the faggots? And you're like, but the LGBTQ, no, lesbians ain't taking this shit, okay? Trannies are, because they take it up the, they tend to, with the gay community on that note. The bi, maybe. But the lesbians sure as shit ain't taking this stuff. I've never met a lesbian who fucking did that. I mean, when I was covering that, that situation of theirs at that store and straightening shit out, they had plenty of fucking, like lesbian clientele, from the lipstick lesbian to the full-on fucking dyke. And let me tell you, none of them ever grabbed this shit. So anyway, the lead-in, Double Scorpio, a major poppers brand, shut down after search and seizure. Additional sellers have wiped their website and social media. Yeah, because they know they're fucked. And the fucking justification that this fucking cocksucker, this Henry here, which is probably literally a cocksucker, writing this article, basically, he's like, oh my God, because, Robert Kennedy Jr. had put in his book about the real Anthony Fauci about this and said that it lowered their inhibitions and their immune systems, which led to them catching AIDS and spreading it. They're like, oh my God. Like they actually try to just like, they fucking attack it at the end. I'm getting ahead of myself because this is like a pretty short article here, comparatively, but yeah, let's get into this here. Poppers have always operated in a legal gray zone. No, they've been illegal. What they've been doing is been selling them under like different names. It's like the idea of with the synthetic weed. All right, they were like calling it like, incense and shit. So shut the fuck up. Now the Food and Drug Administration is cracking down on their production. This week, many major poppers brands began wiping their websites and social media presences. On Friday, Double Scorpio, a popular isobutyl nitrate brand, posted a statement on its website. Yeah, and you're acting like, oh my God, this is such a bad thing. Double Scorpio has stopped all operations following a search and seizure of our offices by the FDA, it wrote. good. I mean, this is like not like something that like, you know, I'm a libertarian, but this like people like this shit should be like being, if you're going to sell this shit, it shouldn't be, you know, like hell, gas stations sell it. It shouldn't be where little kids can get access to it. That's the problem I have with it. The problem I have with it is it's completely fucking unregulated. The problem I have with it is it's being sold under false pretenses, even though the people that are buying it know what the actual use is for. This can lead. I mean, there were people that were buying these at gas stations thinking they were like a 5-hour energy and drinking the shit and fucking poisoning themselves. I mean, shit. That's my issue with it. And the fact that they're trying to portray this as like some LGBTQ thing when they're ignoring the fact that this shit has caused a lot of like issues in regards to like, you know, the promiscuity of like the gay community, shit like that. I mean, it's like, give me a fucking break. You know, you should be able to, you know, because they got PrEP now, they should be able to go and indiscriminately fuck each other, AIDS or not, HIV or not, and huff poppers. I mean, give me a break. Anyway, poppers, which are packaged in liquid form and inhaled for a brief euphoric effect, that's like secondary to the gay community. They want their asshole loosened up by it, but all right. Still, many manufacturers skirt the law by using alternative chemical formulas and advertising as nail polish remover and leather cleaner, or room odorizers, which your fucking picture has them right there as room odorizers. You stupid fucking retard! Holy shit! And the fact that they're selling it as nail polish remover or something else, and it's being used as an, you know, for illicit drug use. I mean, we don't know what's in this shit. You fucks are like, oh, they should be able to keep making it though, because the gays need their fucking gay party drug. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, the drug is most popular with the LGBTQ plus consumers, something Robert F. Kennedy Jr., current head of the Department of Health and Human Services, has taken aim at. In his 2021 book, Kennedy spread the lie that poppers caused AIDS. No, that's not what he fucking said. Holy sweet fucking Jesus. Okay, that's not what the person he cites said. What the person he cites said was that it weakened their immune systems, which it does. Okay, huffing this shit will weaken your immune system, number one. Number two, huffing this with the euphoric effect it gives you, okay, and the high that you get, okay, lowers your inhibition so you will do shit like take unprotected fucking dicks 50 at a time up your ass. Like they did back in those days. When you're a gay man, you're going to do stupid shit like take 50 dicks up your ass. Not knowing which one's got the AIDS. That's what they were talking about, was the fact that this drug was lowering inhibitions. They were using it in, you know, like gay fucking orgy sex type shit and in fucking, you know, porn store fucking spank tank fucking sex without any protection or anything like that. Because these people were so high and their asses were so loose from it that they didn't care. They didn't understand there were consequences to their actions at that time because this shit lowers your inhibitions. Holy shit. Misrepresent, why don't you? Anyway, now his department oversees the FDA, which is part of the HHS. All right, anyway, we don't have a lot of information to share. In its statement, Double Scorpio signaled an industry-wide crackdown. We don't have a lot of information to share, but we believe that the FDA has performed similar actions towards other companies recently, the brand wrote. Now, you fucks didn't lose your shit when they went after the synthetic weed. You're like, oh my God, synthetic weed, it's killing people. This shit has killed people. But because it's gay fucking promiscuous sex fucking drugs, you fuckers are like, oh, how dare you take that away from the faggots? And you misrepresent that this is an LGBTQAEIOU thing when this is a gay tranny thing. Holy shit. Anyway, 2 merchants who spoke with Fast Company anonymously to discuss information that wasn't public confirmed that additional producers have also been affected by the apparent crackdown. And the reason why they spoke anonymously is because they know that they're selling a substance that is regulated and it's illegal for them to sell. So if they were to go and announce themselves, they would be facing criminal shit with this. I mean, give me a break. Anyway, as a matter of policy, the FDA does not comment on possible criminal investigations, an FDA spokesperson wrote to Fast Company. Meanwhile, other brands have gone entirely silent or wiped their web presence. Pac-West Distributing, one of the producers of Rush, has replaced its website with a single graphic. It also shut down its phone number. Nitro-Solv, an online poppers retailer that advertised on PWD's site, has also since been shut down. On Pacific West Distributing's website. Okay. I was like, what the fuck is PWD? Anyway, AFAB Industrial, another producer of Rush, has been the most public facing of these producers. Well, this is the thing. That's another thing. They're all selling their product, multiple producers, under the name brand Rush. They're probably stealing each other's intellectual property in regards to like the branding and shit. You don't know what you're getting. That's another issue I take with this. And you're like, oh my God, how dare they take the faggot fucking, loosen up their asshole drug away from the gays? What the fuck? Anyway, its owner, Everett Farr, sat for an interview with BuzzFeed News in 2021, even as business associates worried about an FDA warning. Why bring attention to yourself, one asked the outlet. But AFAB has gone through radio silent too, shutting down its email and denying a request for comment over the phone. Our popper is legal. Once prescribed for chest pain. See, this actually had a legitimate use back in the day. See, it would loosen up your muscle, like with the chest and shit, because of having your chest pain. It would increase your blood flow because it's because it's like the muscles that are constricting your veins and your arteries and your capillaries loosen up. Anyway, once prescribed for chest pain to increase blood flow, poppers grew popular with the faggots. With faggots starting in the 1960s, because they were the ones who were fucking using it recreationally. Don't be fucking making this an LGBTQ thing when it's a fucking faggots only club. I mean, it's a tranny club now because a lot more faggots are trannies, but it's a fag thing. You fucking retards. And I'm not being disparaging by using the term, okay? Because, oh my God, I know there's going to be some pro clutches that'll report this shit. Go fuck yourselves. At least in regards to YouTube. I know fucking Rumble I'm safe, but yeah. This was a gay drug. Not an LGBTQ. Anyway, since then, their influence has ballooned, also becoming a popular party drug. It was used by gay people back then as a party drug because they would they'd get high on this shit, loosen up their assholes with it, and then take fucking trains being run on them. I mean, what the fuck? Anyway, while the United States has some rules about the production and distribution of poppers, they are rarely enforced. So what you're saying is it's illegal. So what you're saying is the FDA is actually doing the right fucking thing because this shit is actually a fucking regulated fucking substance. In the late 1960s, the FDA classified amyl nitrates as a prescription drug after observing recreational use. Many producers pivoted to producing butyl nitrates, which were banned over a decade later in the Anti-Drug Abuse Act of 1988. Isopropyl nitrates were banned 2 years later, but with an exception for commercial purposes, hence why many sellers masquerade as VCR cleaners or liquid incenses. Yeah, so what they're doing is they're using some bullshit thing. Like I said, they're sold it as a video head cleaner. I mean, give me a fucking break. Holy fucking shit. So what they're doing is fucking illegal and now they're going after them. Deal with it. Anyway, but the FDA has been sparse with its crackdowns, save for a few advisories. So they're now enforcing the law and you're upset about that? Well, so sad, too bad. Let me guess, you're no longer going to be able to huff a bottle of the shit and take fucking, horse cock up the ass like it's a Tijuana fucking donkey show, right? Jesus Christ, dude. You're giving away the fact, Henry Channonay, that you might be a faggot who huffs this shit. You just might be giving that away here. Just, at least it seems that way. Anyway, in 2021, the FDA posted a warning for consumers not to ingest or inhale poppers. Yes, around the time that it got so brazen with these things being sold. They were being sold in gas stations right next to 5 Hour Energy, and people were like, well, shit, let me try this energy drink. And they were fucking getting poisoned by it. But let's just ignore that fact. Even though this shit's fucking illegal, let's just ignore that fact. Anyway, 2 years later, it launched a social media campaign advising consumers on the difference between Rush and 5 Hour Energy bottles. Yes, because this shit was being sold at gas stations that faggots frequented. And, I don't know. They were selling it right next to the 5 Hour Energy, where any kid could grab that shit. Anyway, this lack of enforcement has led many poppers brands like Rush, Double Scorpio, and Jungle Juice to create years-long market dominance. So they were basically allowed to sell an illegal substance and get away with it. So sad. It's now over with that. Deal with it. Anyway, what has RFK said about poppers? Which they have to throw this in at the end because they know it doesn't relate to this and they know they're fucking lying. Anyway, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. now runs the Department of Health and Human Services, which the FDA sits under. But Kennedy has long been spreading scientific misinformation about LGBTQ plus people, including that chemicals in the water are affecting children's sexualities. Some of these falsehoods are also concern poppers. Well, actually, this has been proven, you fucking retards, that the chemicals that we're talking about, feminizing people, feminizing boys and shit, is actually a thing. This has been well documented, okay? I mean, shit. All right, according to Alex Jones, which was proven fucking factual, that it's turning the friggin' frogs gay, okay? It was turning them gay and turning them trans and fucking converting them into females and shit. And you're like, these chemicals have absolutely nothing to do with human sexuality that are in our water. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit, scientific misinformation. It's a fucking scientific fact that these fucking chemicals in the water feminize men. That they affect the brain chemistry, okay, as it's developing in the womb and shit, and will turn fucking people gay and shit. We'll turn a boy gay in the womb. Holy fucking Christ. Well, that's just a lie. No, it isn't. He's spreading facts about this shit. And you're like, oh my God, how dare he point out that a lot of us, being gay and shit is because of environmental factors. Next, you'll be calling that shit fucking conversion therapy. Or just as bad as that. Jesus. But anyway, some of these falsehoods, as he said, was concerning poppers. In his 2021 book, The Real Anthony Fauci, and I already got into this, The Real Anthony Fauci, Kennedy cited Peter Duesberg, a leader in AIDS denialism. No, he's not an AIDS denialist. He just isn't buying into the shit, and he's called out the promiscuity of the faggotry. He was one of the ones saying, hey, back in the day when Fauci's like, oh my God, if you touch a cereal box as a kid, everyone's going to have AIDS. Kids are going to touch cereal boxes and get it. They're going to get it from sitting on toilet seats. This guy was going, it doesn't work like that. So how the hell is he an AIDS denialist when your anointed Anthony fucking St. Fauci, okay, was sitting there talking shit out of his ass that has been proven completely fucking false. This guy was one of the ones saying that, you're not going to get AIDS unless you have unprotected gay truck stop sex. That's not fucking AIDS denialism. Pointing out that it's a fucking faggot fucking disease, a faggot tranny disease, is denialism? Anyway, Duesberg theorized that heavy recreational drug use caused immune deficiency in gay men, specifically linking the spread of AIDS to the usage of poppers. Yes, because this stuff literally does weaken your immune system. So these people had a compromised immune system because of their heavy recreational drug use, and then went and fucked the shit out of each other, sans any condoms, okay, got fucking bukkakied in their fucking eyes and their mouths, and had loads blown up their asses. And because their immune deficiency, they were immune deficient, it raised their chances of getting it. I mean, shit. Holy shit. Let's just ignore that fact. Oh my God. Anyway, this theory has long been discredited. In 2008, Francois Bar Sanosi and Luc Montagnier won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for discovering that HIV causes AIDS. But he's not saying that HIV isn't causing AIDS. You fucking misrepresenting fucks. The guy basically said they compromised their immune systems to where AIDS is spreading like wildfire through the gay community because not only was the shit, they were fucking each other unprotected, but they didn't have shit for an immune system because of all the recreational drugs they used. He never said poppers caused AIDS. You sleazy misrepresenting fucks. Holy shit, they are such fucking cocksuckers. How dare you? How dare you take away? How dare you take away the faggots' fucking recreational, loosen up their asshole party drug? You fucking mean people. How dare Kennedy and the FDA do that when they're selling, multiple companies are selling the same brand shit that when there's no standards, give me a fucking break. You fucking people. This is a non-regulated industry. They're skirting the fucking law. And you fucks are like, even though it's illegal, how dare they take the gay fucking recreational sex drug away from them? So sad, too bad. Go fuck yourselves, Henry. Because I know you're a faggot, okay? You're just going to have to take it up the ass with an additional lube, dude. Instead of fucking loosening your ass up by huffing a popper, you're just going to have to fucking sit there and take a big old glob of spit or a fucking shot of fucking lube, okay, in your hand and work that shit in before you take that cock from now on. So sad, too bad. Anyway, yeah, I've covered this well enough. I'm leaving things here. If you've made it this far and haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also feel free to subscribe over on the other platforms where this channel's content is uploaded to, as well as subscribe and follow over on sites like Minds, Gab, and Parler. Links to each are in the description.